Welcome back to class 7 mathematics, chapter 5 lines and angles. In the previous class we discussed exercise 1.2 question number 1 to 3. Today I am going to explain how to check the given lines are parallel and we can solve the remaining sums of exercise 5.2. So, checking for parallel lines. Before going to check the given lines are parallel or not, just recall what we learned in the previous class. That is, when a transversal intersected by two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal and alternate interior angles are equal and interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. We want these things to check the given lines are parallel or not. So, we can say that if the lines are parallel, so formed corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. So, to check the parallel lines, if two lines are intersected by a transversal, then if it is the corresponding angles are equal, then we can say that the given lines are parallel. Or the alternate angles are equal given, then also the given lines are parallel. Or similarly, the interior angle on the same side of the transversal, if we are adding and we are getting 180 degree, then also we can say that the given lines are parallel. So we can note down these things. When a transversal cuts two lines such that the pairs of first one corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. And what about the another condition? That is, the alternate interior angles are equal, then also the lines are parallel. And the third condition is interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, then also the given lines are parallel. Is it clear? So to check the parallel line, what we have to check it? The given corresponding angles are equal or not. If they are equal, we can say that the lines are parallel. Another way, if alternate angles are given, then check whether they are equal or not. If the alternate angles are equal, then also we can say that the given lines are parallel. And if the interior angle on the same side of the transversal, you add it, and if the sum is 180 degree, then also we can say that the given lines are parallel. So you should learn this properly. It will help to solve the sums. Next, we can go with try these questions of page number 110. Look at the figure given here. We have to check the given lines are parallel or not with a reason. So, the given lines are L and M and T is a transversal. That is, T intersect the lines L and M. So, two angles are formed. Look at the position of the angles. It is the interior angles and which lie on opposite side of the transversal in the alternate positions. Hence, the given angles are alternate interior angles. And they are equal in measure. That means here the alternate interior angles are equal. Hence, our condition for checking parallel line is when a transversal cut two lines such that the pair of two alternate interior angles are equal, then the given lines are parallel. it is satisfying. Hence, L is parallel to M. Next question, we have to check the given two lines L and M are parallel or not. Here, look at the figure. The two lines L and M are intersected by the transversal T. They are not given corresponding angles. They are also not given alternate interior angles. And also, we are not getting interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Then how we can check the given lines are parallel or not? Yes, you can give any angle. Here the angle opposite to 130, I made it a 1. So what about angle 1 that we have already learned? Two lines are intersecting. Two pairs of vertically opposite angles will formed. That is, and what about the property of vertically opposite angle? They are equal in measure. Children, listen here. When the vertically opposite angles are formed, out of one pair vertically opposite angle will be obtuse and another pair of vertically opposite angles will be acute. We have discussed this point in the earlier session also. You please remember this thing. So here 130 is the obtuse vertically opposite angle. Now what about our angle 1? Angle 1 equal to 130 degree because they are vertically opposite angles. What we have to check it? We have to check whether L parallel to M or not. Now we got the condition. Which is the condition to check the parallel line? Our third condition, interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary or not. Now we got both the interior angles on same side of the transversal. So we can check whether it is supplementary or not. That is angle 50 degree plus angle 1 equal to 50 plus 130. We found angle 1 equal to 130. Substitute the value, we get 180 degree. So it satisfies our third condition to be how the two lines to be parallel. So we can say that L is parallel to M because of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Hence the given lines are parallel. So if we are not getting the required angle, that is corresponding angle, alternate angle or interior angle on the same side of the transversal, you have to find like this way. Look at the next question. That is, given L is parallel to M, we have to find the measure of angle X. Look at the figure. Which angles are given here? Yes, interior angle on the same side of the transversal is given. Given lines are parallel, so interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Use this, we can solve the sum. That is 70 plus x equal to 180 degree. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary because the given lines are parallel. Hence, angle x equal to 180 minus 70, that is equal to 110 degree. Next, we move to exercise 5.2, question number 4. Find the value of x in the following figures if L is parallel to M. That is, the given lines are parallel. We have to find the value of angle x. Look at the figure and observe whether x is corresponding angle. No. Is it an, we can find it from the alternate interior angle? No. and interior angle on the same side of the transversal are given or not? That also not given. In that case, you can mark an angle. Here I marked as angle 1 as the interior angle. So what about the measure of angle 1? Yes, it is 110 degree. What is the reason? Because they are the vertically opposite angles. So I got angle 1 as 110 degree by using the property of vertically opposite angles. Now look at the angles in the figure. Angle 1 and x. Both are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. And what about the lines L and M? Yes, the lines are parallel. So interior angles on the same side of transversal will be supplementary. Hence we can write angle 1 plus angle x equal to 180 degree. Now you substitute the value of angle 1. So we get 110 plus x equal to 180 degree, or x equal to 180 minus 110, that is equal to 70 degree. Hence the measure of angle x equal to 70 degree. Next is, here also we have to find the measure of angle x only. Look at the figure. L is parallel to M and A is parallel to B. But here we have to consider L parallel to M and A is the transversal. I have marked the parallel line by using red color and the transversal by green color. Now look at the figure. Are you able to find what type of angle is x and 100? Look at the figure carefully. Both angles lie above the lines and on the same side of the transversal. Then what is the name of these angles? Yes, it is corresponding angles. And the given lines L and M are parallel, so the corresponding angles are equal. So x equal to 100 degree. Our next question, question number 5. In the given figure, the arms of two angles are parallel. Arms of two angles are means an angle has two arms. They are parallel to each other. Here AB parallel to DE and BC parallel to EF. These are the two arms which are parallel to each other. And one angle, angle ABC equal to 70 degree is given. We have to find angle DGC, which I marked as angle 1. Look at the figure and observe it carefully. What angles are given here? Yes, you have to consider AB parallel to DG and BC as the transversal. Now look at the angle 70 degree and angle 1. Where is the position? Our transversal is BC. They lie on the same side of the transversal and both angles lie above the lines. Above the line AB, 70 degree angle. Above the line ED, angle 1. So what is the name of these angles? Yes, they are corresponding angles. And if the lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are equal in measure. Hence we can write angle 1 equal to 70 degree. That is, we have to find angle DGC. Angle DGC equal to 70 degree. Next is question number 5. The second part, we have to find angle DEF. That is, I have marked in the figure angle DEF. This angle we have to find out. How to find this angle? In the question it is given that arms of the angles are parallel. So we can write AB parallel to DE and BC parallel to EF. Here we can consider BC parallel to EF and ED as the transversal. Now look at the figure carefully. BC and EF are the two lines which are parallel and ED is the transversal. Where is angle DEF and angle 1 lying? Yes, they are on the same side of the transversal ED and both angles are above the lines. Then what is the name of these angles? Yes, they are called corresponding angles. That is angle DGC equal to angle DEF. Because they are the corresponding angles, they are equal because of the given lines are parallel. Hence, angle DEF equal to 70 degree because we already found angle DGC equal to 70 degree. Angle DGC and angle DEF are equal. Hence, angle DEF equal to 70 degree. Our next question, question number 6. In the given figure, decide whether L is parallel to M or not with a reason. So our question, we have to check whether L is parallel to M or not. What are the conditions to be the given lines are parallel? The first one, maybe the corresponding angles are equal, or the alternate interior angles are equal, or interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Any one of them are satisfying, then we can say that the given lines are parallel. By looking the figure, we can't say that it is parallel. Okay. Now, which angle is given in the figure 1? Yes, here it is given interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So we can check whether they are supplementary or not. Given two lines L and M and N is the transversal. We know that when a transversal cut two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Now we can check this one. 126 plus 44 degree equal to 170 degree, which is not equal to 180 degree. Hence the given lines are not parallel. That is, L is not parallel to M. Our second question, we have to check whether the given lines L and M are parallel or not. It is given line L and M which is cut by or intersected by a transversal N. Is the given angles are corresponding angles? No. Are they alternate interior angles? No. Are they interior angle on the same side of the transversal? That also not given. In this type case, you have to mark angle 1. Here I marked here, which is opposite to 75 degree. So you have to draw this figure and mark it as 1 in your notebook also. Now what about angle 1? Are you able to say? Yes, angle 1 equal to 75 degree, which are the vertically opposite angles. If we know angle 1 and another angle is given 75 degree over here, so which two angles are given in the figure now? Yes, now they are given interior angles on the same side of the transversal. What is the condition that lines to be parallel? When a transversal cut two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. So we can check whether angle 1 plus 75 degree is 180 or not. Angle 1 equal to 75 degree. Substitute the value over here. So we get 75 plus 75 equal to 150 degree, which is not equal to 180 degree. So the given lines are not parallel. That is, L is not parallel to M. Next, the lines L and M are given and N is the transversal which intersect the line L and M. Look at the figure carefully. Here also alternate interior angles are not given. Interior angle on the same side of transversal are also not given and corresponding angles are also not given. So if we want to find the corresponding angle, you can give angle 2 of near adjacent to 123. So what about angle 123 and angle 2 will form? It will form a linear pair. So we can find one angle 2 equal to 180 minus 123. In that case, you get angle 2 as 57 degree and the given angle also 57 degree. Both are the corresponding angles. So we can write 57 equal to angle 2, that is 57 equal to 57. That means corresponding angles are equal, hence the given lines are parallel. Or you can mark angle 1 opposite to 57 degree. So what about the measure of angle 1? Angle 1 equal to 57 degree. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Now we got both the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. What is the property that the two lines are parallel? The interior angles must be supplementary. Now you can check whether they are supplementary or not. So 123 plus 57 degree equal to 180 degree. So the given lines are parallel. That is, in this case, L is parallel to M. Next question, it is given the figure, the three angles. Which are they? Alternate interior angle on the same side of the transversal, or the corresponding angles. They are not given. Directly we are not getting from the question. So either I can mark angle 1 opposite to 72 degree. So what about angle 1? Angle 1 will be equal to 72. That is vertically opposite angles. Now look at angle 1 and 98 degree. What about these two angles? These are the angles which lie on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. What is the condition to be the given lines to be parallel? That is, when a transversal cut two lines such that the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. So we can substitute the value here. Instead of angle 1, we can give 72. So 98 plus 72 equal to 170 degree, which is not equal to 180 degree. So the given lines are not parallel. That is, here also L is not parallel to M. Children, we completed this chapter, lines and angles. Now this is the time to recall what we learned in this chapter. First we learned about pair of angles. The first pair of angle we learned is complementary angles. The sum of measures of any two angles is 90 degree. It is called complementary angles. You have to remember the word corner angle. Corner angle means it will make 90 degree. Next pair of angle is supplementary angles. Means the measure of two angles are 180 degree. Then they are called supplementary angles. And the third one is adjacent angles. Two angles are said to be adjacent if they have a common. There are three conditions. First one, they have a common vertex, they have a common arm, and the non-common arms on both sides of the common arm. Such pair of angles are called adjacent angles. And next is linear pair of angles. That is, two angles having a common vertex, common arm, and the non-common arms are opposite rays. Or in short way, we can understand the common arm will lie on a straight line. Such pair of angles are said to be linear pair of angles. And the last pair of angle is vertically opposite angles. That is, if two lines are intersecting, then two pairs of vertically opposite angles will form. And these vertically opposite angles are equal in measures. We have two pairs of vertically opposite angle, out of which one pair of vertically opposite angles will be acute angles and the another pair of vertically opposite angle will be obtuse angles. Next we learnt about pair of lines. In that first we learned a new term, transversal. Transversal means what? Transversal is a line which intersect two or more lines at a distinct points. Next, angles formed by a pair of lines intersected by a transversal. 8 angles will form. Out of these 8 angles, we can categorize them mainly into two types, exterior angles and interior angles. The angles which lie between two lines is called interior angles, and the angles which lie outside the line is called exterior angles. And next pair of angle is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angle means it is a interior angles which lie on opposite side of the transversal in the alternate position. Be careful, not in the adjacent position. It should be in the opposite direction or in the alternate position of the transversal. Next is alternate exterior angles. Same way, the exterior angles which lie on opposite side of the transversal are called alternate exterior angles. Next one, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means pair of angles which lie on the same side of the transversal and in the same place. That means above the line or below the line, left of the transversal or right of the transversal. There are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. and we have two pairs of alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. And the last one is interior angles on the same side of the transversal. From the word itself, we will get the definition. That means it is an interior angles, means pair of interior angles which lie on the same side of the transversal. That is two angles which lie on the left side of the transversal. Similarly, two angles which lie on the right side of the transversal. These are the angles formed when two lines are intersected by a transversal. Next, if the transversal is intersecting parallel lines or the given lines are parallel, then what is the special about these angles? If the lines are parallel, then also we get 8 angles will formed. What we learnt in the earlier, the same 8 angles will formed here, and some special properties are there in the angles that we can see here. If the lines are parallel, then the alternate interior angles are equal. Similarly, alternate exterior angles are also equal. If the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are also equal. And interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Next is checking of parallel lines. That means how to check the given lines are parallel or not. We just learned if the lines are parallel, what is the special about the angles formed. That is, what is the special about alternate interior angle, corresponding angles, and a interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Here we have to check the given lines are parallel or not. So just reverse of that one. If the corresponding angles are equal, then the given lines are parallel. If the alternate interior angles are equal, then also the given lines are parallel. Similarly, if the interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, then also the lines are parallel. So, any one of these conditions satisfied, then the given lines are parallel. Thank you. We completed this chapter. Hope that you understood it very well. Any doubt is there, please watch the video again. Still it is not clear, then you can put your doubt as comment. And next class we will start new chapter. Thank you once again.